from the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at 5.
And thanks for staying with us. A Rock County man accused of selling deadly fentanyl-laced heroin learns his prison sentence.
Chaz Harris was arrested last May for a death that happened several months prior. Rock County reporter Adam Duxter joins us from our bureau at the Janesville Gazette with why this punishment could be a statement to the community. Adam?
Eric and Susan, Judge John Wood went beyond the recommended sentence today, putting Chaz Harris in prison for 7 years, followed by 10 years of extended supervision. Now, Harris was convicted of selling fentanyl-laced heroin to a young woman here in Rock County, leading to her overdose in the December of 2018. Now, at sentencing today, members of the victim's family spoke on her behalf, saying she was a kind person who took after others. Harris's defense argued he was an addict as well, and that punishing him isn't necessarily addressing the root cause of the issue. Now, Harris had more than 20 prior incidents on his record, including a similar case where a person he sold to overdosed but survived. I spoke with the victim's family as court wrapped up today, who say they're relieved to know that this whole process is over, but that they're still feeling pain. You'll hear from them as well as the attorneys and judge involved tonight at 10 o'clock.
All right, Adam, thank you so much. This just in from the Channel 3000 Alert Center. The suspect in the Janesville double murder has officially been charged. Court documents show that Marcus Randall is charged with 4 counts, including 2 counts of first-degree intentional homicide. The former Badger football player reportedly turned himself in to Chicago law enforcement last week. It is unknown when he will be extradited back to Wisconsin.
Milton Cross Plains School District says around 20 students have been suspended and or received athletic code violations after an incident where nude photos of minors were shared. District spokesman Perry Hibner says additional suspensions and or athletic code violations could still be coming as this investigation continues. It was back on February 11th that the Middleton Police Department was notified that students at the high school may be involved in this case, the scope of which led to the State Department of Criminal Investigation taking over. Hibner hopes the case overall wraps up soon.
Beloit's police chief says 2 arrests made almost a year after a murder in his city marks a significant step forward in the case.
Now, that said, neither of the men in custody are charged with homicide. Danica Lewis joins us now to explain why. Danica?
Eric and Susan, Chief David Zabolski said he didn't even want the mugshots of Gregory Carter Jr. and Anthony Sims III out there because this is still an ongoing investigation. Both are being held on a charge of recklessly endangering safety. Carter also faces felony and misdemeanor bail jumping. Last March, 21-year-old Treron White was killed and 2 others were injured in the area of Elm Street and Roosevelt Avenue after a confrontation involving a large number of people and then this shooting. Now, the State Justice Department has been working with Beloit PD to get to this point.
It took us a while, but that's what diligence does, and it pays off in the end. So we're now in a position in which the AAG could charge him with some crimes.
Chief pointed out that it's not unusual for suspects to be arrested on lesser charges and eventually face more serious ones, but he would not say what those charges could be or when they might come. Zabolski also would not talk about possible motives in this shooting. He did say with the 1-year anniversary of White's murder approaching, he's at least glad the family can see some sort of results from this investigation.
Danica, thank you. We're learning more about the Altoona school superintendent who is charged with child sex trafficking. 32-year-old Daniel Peggs was arrested yesterday, the same day that Brian Lee Reagan of Charlotte, North Carolina was arrested. The indictment for Peggs alleges that from October of 2015 through May of 2016, he recruited and maintained an individual knowing the individual was a minor and would be caused to engage in a commercial sex act. The conduct Peggs is charged with does not involve an Altoona student. The U.S. Attorney's Office says the victim who is involved is the same for both cases.
Jefferson Middle School's principal will not be returning after taking a leave of absence. The Madison School District says Dr. Tequila Kurth will not be returning next year. Kurth's leave comes after a number of incidents during the school year. District Interim Superintendent Dr. Jane Belmore said, quote, "We appreciate Dr. Kurth's work in service of the Jefferson community and we wish her well in her future endeavors." Dr. Kurth sent out a long statement saying many people attacked her leadership, integrity, and honesty during her time as principal at Jefferson. She went on to say, quote, "I thank the parents and community members who spoke the truth on my behalf. To the students at Jefferson, you are my heart. I miss you, want the best for you. To the staff at Jefferson who wanted to see change, I champion for you." A warm-up to start the weekend. We could see some snow, though, next week. Let's check your first warn forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Well, it's nice to see those temperatures back up to average, or by the weekend, even a little bit above average. So let's start out by taking a look at visible cloud track. Skies almost perfectly clear across the upper Midwest, so that white that you're seeing is snow on the ground. But you notice just south of Rockford, Illinois, there's very little snow across northern Illinois. So if you get the winds out of the south, those temperatures can warm up in a hurry. And they've been in the middle 30s today. They'll only drop into the lower 20s by early tomorrow morning. And for tomorrow, look for partly sunny skies and an even milder day with a high temperature of 41. Probably make the low 40s for Sunday, but some snow is on the way for next week. I'll tell you how much you can expect in just a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. Rock County law enforcement will assist the Milwaukee Police Department during the Democratic National Convention.
Our Gabriella Becerra sat down with the Beloit Police Chief to learn more about what the operation entails. Gabriella?
Milwaukee Police called out to departments across the state for help ensuring public safety during the DNC. Beloit Police is sending 8 members from their team who are trained to handle large events where any number of things can happen.
It doesn't matter who the people are, what the event is, if it's a public safety request. We're assisting them.
Members of the Rock County Mobile Field Force, trained for events like the Democratic National Convention, will assist Milwaukee Police with crowd control this summer.
There's a lot of strategies and tactics involved in placing people either into custody or moving crowds to safer locations and then trying to deal with it there.
Beloit Police Chief David Zabolski says this will be a great opportunity for the department.
The experience that they bring back comes back to Beloit, and it really helps the rest of the team.
The team back at home is also ready for the campaign season that lies ahead.
By and large, a lot of the crowds are here to express an opinion, as long as they don't endanger anyone else and they conduct themselves in a safe manner. There's really no issue.
And Zabolski says he knows the other departments would help them out if needed.
Reciprocity and partnership really is an important part in law enforcement. And as the year plays on, all of us will probably need some help at certain points, and it's nice to know that we have that reciprocity in place.
Chief Zabolski says Rock County Sheriff's Office and Janesville Police Department will also send help to Milwaukee alongside Beloit.
Gabby, thank you. And also, lawmakers have approved a bill to allow bars to stay open until 4 a.m. during the week of the DNC. The bill doesn't have the same support in the Senate due to concerns over drunk drivers being on the road. The Assembly approved it after making some changes, though, to address those concerns. Now the extended bar hours only apply to 14 southeastern Wisconsin counties instead of across the whole state.
Tomorrow, all eyes will be on Nevada as Democrats head to the caucuses. Senator Bernie Sanders is leading in polls by double digits in Nevada. Former Vice President Joe Biden is focusing on gun violence following the 2017 Las Vegas Strip massacre. Senator Elizabeth Warren is hoping her strong debate performance earlier this week will bolster her chances, while Pete Buttigieg is leaning on star power with an appearance on Ellen and a rally planned with actor Michael J. Fox. Nearly 75,000 Nevada Democrats have already turned out for early voting.
There are new concerns about Russian efforts to interfere in the 2020 presidential election. CBS News has confirmed intelligence officials briefed lawmakers about Russian meddling to boost President Trump's re-election chances. In a tweet, the president called this information another misinformation campaign by the Democrats. Sources say there was bipartisan pushback during the congressional briefing on the credibility of the new meddling evidence. Democrats are calling for additional hearings. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi announced an election security briefing for Congress next month.
The state assembly has finished its regular business for the year.
Lawmakers could meet again in March, but have chosen not to. Amy Reed joins us now to show us what bills will likely not happen now that become law as a result of all this.
Right, and we should start by saying that the legislature has sent dozens of bills to the governor, and we do have a few new laws because of the work that they've put in. Now, there are also bills that made it through the Senate but never got their limelight in the Assembly. We've told you about one that sets up a timeline for rape kit testing. There's also a bill that would have set up an online system for victims to track progress on their rape kit. Another bill would have expanded the stalking definition to include texting and online interactions. Another would have required ignition interlock on some first-time OWI offenses. All those are effectively dead without being approved by the Assembly. Here's what the lead Assembly Democrat said about this yesterday.
We're here for a limited time every 2 years, and we have an obligation to work on behalf of the public to improve opportunity and to address the challenges that exist. If it's going to be fake proposals, adjourning early, and then just taking it to the elections, I don't think we're doing the work of the people, and that's disappointing.
Minority Leader Hintz said this is the earliest the legislature has adjourned in 18 years. Tonight at 6, we look more into that and the effects not holding another session will have. A spokesperson for the Assembly Speaker, Robin Voss, said the work for this House is not done. They can come back in May and try to override any vetoes the governor hands down between now and then.
All right, political reporter Amy Reed reporting. Amy, thank you. Dane County celebrating a health care center that is receiving high praise. County Executive Joe Parisi announced Badger Prairie Health Center received high marks from residents and family in its latest survey. The study showed 92% of respondents rated Badger Prairie as excellent when asked if they would recommend the nursing home to a friend or family member.
And these results are a reflection of how much you care. And I've experienced Badger Prairie professionally and personally. And I know that this is much more than a job to each and every one of you. It's a calling. You're living a life of service.
Badger Prairie is a 120-bed skilled nursing home in Verona. It serves Dane County residents with behavioral, emotional, or psychiatric disorders that keep them from living with their own families or community settings. A Badger football assistant coach is going green. Ted Gilmore, who is receivers coach and passing game coordinator for the Badgers, will head to Michigan State to join the coaching staff under new head coach there, former Badger Mel Tucker. On Twitter, Michigan State announced Gilmore will serve the Spartans as tight ends coach. He's been at Wisconsin since 2015, and the Badgers now begin a search for his replacement. Ahead on News 3 Now at 5, Harvey Weinstein's trial continues for the 31st day, why the jury is having a difficult time coming up with a verdict.
And tonight at 6, a Stoughton High School student needs the community's help to be able to compete on the track team. We'll learn more about an upcoming fundraiser for a racing wheelchair tonight at 6.
And the markets closed the week with a bit of a thud. The Dow off 227.5. The NASDAQ lost 174. S&P drops 35.5. We'll be right back.
The Russ Darrow Auto Show Plus event. 0 do-it signing, plus no payments for 90 days, plus 0% for 66 months. Drive this 2020 Kia Sportage for $264 per month. It's the Russ Darrow Madison Kia Auto Show Plus event on Odana Road in Madison.
Steinhaffel's President's Day sale is ending soon. Last chance to save 35 to 75% store-wide, plus an extra $100 off. Get incredible bonus buys like this reclining sofa, $399, sectional, $799. Plus get an extra 10% off all Legacy Kids collections. All this, plus 60 months special financing. Steinhaffel's has the largest selection of quality furniture and mattresses for every budget. Hurry in. Steinhaffel's President's Day sale ends Saturday.
Shop the final days of Grand Appliance and TV's President's Day sale. Save with extended sale pricing and an extra 5% rebate available exclusively at Grand Appliance. Get unbeatable deals like this Samsung 4-piece kitchen with counter depth fridge and convection range for just $23.28. Appliance deals no one can beat. Exclusively at Grand Appliance and TV. Shop grandappliance.com or the store nearest you to save. You make it home, we make it grand.
Save big money on everything at Menards. Now is a great time to update your cabinets with new cabinet pulls. These 3-inch bar pulls from Hickory Hardware will suit any contemporary style. On sale for just $2 for $150. Get a $15 rebate on all Pfister faucets. This Jovi pull-down kitchen faucet comes in a stainless steel finish and is only $184 after rebate. Find amazing deals right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Everything must go at American Freight. Sofas from $198, sectionals from $298, 2 mattress sets any size from $298, 7-piece living room packages from $398, and 8-piece queen-size bedroom packages from $398. Take it home today for $50 and no payments for 60 days. Free layaway till tax time or longer. Same-day delivery ends February 29th. At the corner of North Stoughton and Kinsman Boulevard.
The Russ Darrow Auto Show Plus event. 0 do-it signing, plus no payments for 90 days, plus 0% for 66 months. Drive this 2020 Kia Sportage for $264 per month. It's the Russ Darrow Madison Kia Auto Show Plus event on Odana Road in Madison.
Tonight at 6, Beloit police have arrested 2 people in connection to a 2019 homicide. And the Assembly ends its session much earlier in the year than normal. We're looking into the important bills that were left behind tonight on News 3 Now at 6. A messy evening commute.
Heavy delays are certainly expected on the Beltline.
It will take you a while to get home. It's going to continue all night.
Here, the winds are really starting to pick up speed.
For more local stories that impact your life, News 3 Now.
The jury deliberating in Harvey Weinstein's rape trial indicated they are deadlocked on the 2 most serious charges.
In the 4th day of deliberations, a note sent to the judge during the lunch break, jurors asked if it would be permissible for them to be hung on 2 counts of predatory sexual assault while reaching a unanimous verdict on the other charges. Judge James Burke consulted with attorneys and then told the jury of 7 men and 5 women to keep working toward a unanimous verdict on all of the charges and sent them back to continue deliberating. Weinstein's lawyers say they would accept a partial verdict, but prosecutors said no. The trial has been going on now for 31 days.
Bear sightings are not unusual in Southern California, but today's visitor got a photo op to remember. Surrounded by photographers on the ground and overhead, the roughly 400-pound female was ready for her close-up. Wildlife officials describe her as an older bear, about 70 in human years. California's black bear population has increased over the past several decades. Wildlife officials estimate between 30 and 40,000 now. And while they generally stay in the mountains, explorers like this one sometimes do wander into neighborhoods looking for food.
I think it's great, you know, we've got wildlife around here, but he should stay up in the mountains where he belongs, you know? It's like, come down here, he's going to get all this attention. He doesn't want all that attention. He just wants something to eat.
And after about 6 hours on the prowl, that was enough fun for one day. Crews with the Department of Fish and Wildlife tranquilized the visitor, brought her back up to the mountains, ending her walk on the wild side.
Sunday on CBS Sunday Morning, Lee Cowan visits the Epic campus in Verona. He'll share the story of how Epic is changing the way medical records are kept and will also show us behind the scenes of their very unusual offices. That is Sunday on CBS Sunday Morning starting at 8 o'clock.
Weather clearly from a different time of the year.
Yeah,
It's a little
October,
chillier
I think
out
they
there.
shot it.
But
Yeah.
we did see some sunshine. It felt pretty good out there, Gary.
It did. You know, temperatures yesterday were only in the upper teens. Today, we're in the middle 30s, and having that sunshine, of course, makes a big difference as well. But it was a little breezy. That was about the only downside to today. The live view from the Queen Bee Radio Skycam in Platteville still shows clear skies across southwestern Wisconsin, and it's still sunny even at in the 5 o'clock hour. So days are getting longer, and that will help temperatures. Over the last 48 hours, we dropped below 0 to 8 below 0 the other night, and temperatures yesterday were only in the teens. Last night, we dropped into the single digits. Then just kind of held steady for much of the night before temperatures started to rise. Then we took a big jump upwards with temperatures into the 30s and wind chills becoming a little more tolerable. And over the next 48 hours, our temperatures will be more in the 30 to 40 degree range with wind chills in the 20 to 30 degree range. That will seem much nicer. So 3 things you need to know. The mild weather this weekend will continue. Look for high temperatures, lower 40s for tomorrow and for Sunday. Still looking for accumulating snow next week. We'll talk a little bit more about that, when we can expect it and how much to get. And that'll be followed by cold temperatures with high temperatures back into the 20s by the end of next week. Out in the Pacific Ocean, we can see the jet stream starting to become a little more active. The cloud pattern starting to show that jet stream clearly cutting across much of the northern and northeastern portion of the Pacific Ocean. A storm system cut off basically from the main jet stream, just kind of spinning around off the California coast. But look at the United States, very quiet right now, very little precipitation, more clouds into southwestern parts of the country, even some showers into southern Arizona and New Mexico. But for the most part, things have been very quiet. And of course, here in the upper Midwest, skies have been mainly clear. Now on future track, look for skies to remain mainly clear or partly cloudy overnight. Tomorrow we'll look for high temperatures to climb into the lower 40s. Those mild south to southwesterly winds will continue. Tomorrow night we'll probably see some areas of fog. And then on Sunday, we'll see a little more cloud cover start to develop later on in the afternoon as the clouds start to come in from the south. And then that will lead to the snow for next week. Now, what we're watching is whether or not there's going to be one bigger storm or two smaller ones. And there also could be a mix of precipitation at times on Monday and Tuesday. That could limit the snowfall amounts, at least on those days. And then we're also looking at the final 3-day snow total. So this might not be one big storm, but maybe snow spread out over several days. And as far as what we feel more confident in is that snow is most likely from Tuesday night into Wednesday. That's when we'll probably see some accumulation during that time period. There's a trend toward colder weather after the snow, and then by Thursday, we'll be back to just some scattered snow flurries. Computer model forecasts have been showing these the last couple of days. The one yesterday that was showing the 6 to 9 inches up toward Milwaukee and Madison shifted southward just a little bit, but still the potential for several inches of snow over southern Wisconsin. The computer model yesterday was just showing some patchy areas of 1 to 3 inches. Now starting to show a little more significant snowfall, again centered mainly over southeastern Wisconsin and northern Illinois. But again, this gives us confidence that there'll be at least several inches of snow. Who's going to get the heaviest snow, whether it'll be down across northern Illinois or southeastern Wisconsin? Again, those details will still kind of have to work themselves out. But over the next 10 days after the snow, notice the temperature is dropping back below normal before climbing again toward the end of next week. As we check out our forecast for tomorrow, look for skies to be partly sunny. It'll be a mild day. Our high temperature at 41. The winds won't be as brisk as they were today, so that will also help keep things a little more comfortable. Otherwise, the 7 to 10 day forecast, temperatures in the 40s for Sunday as well. Monday, a mixture of rain and snow. Tuesday, some snow mixed with rain in the afternoon. And then Wednesday, snow is most likely. So sometime in that time period, we're looking at several inches of snow accumulation. Thursday, we're just down to some flurries. And then after a cold end of next week, those temperatures warm back up into the upper 30s. Another weather system toward the start of the following week could bring us some light rain or snow by Monday of that time. First warn traffic, it's a Friday afternoon. There is the view of the Beltline at Gammon Road. There were some problems between Gammon Road and Whitney Way earlier. It looks like those have cleared themselves up. Looks like maybe another accident somewhere between Verona Road, somewhere around Fish Hatchery Road. We're seeing delays right now eastbound Beltline from around Monona Drive back almost to Seminole Highway. Westbound delays start around Fish Hatchery Road and go back to around John Nolan Drive. As far as travel times are concerned right now, 23 minutes on the eastbound Beltline from University Avenue to the interstate, 20 minutes going back in the westbound direction. Heading out of Madison, 25 minutes down to Janesville on I-3990 southward, 18 minutes to Sauk City on US 12, 16 minutes to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue, US 151. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
Thank you, Gary.
Ahead on News 3 Now at 5, millions of people could have trouble flying this year because they don't have a real ID. We'll tell you how you can get one ahead at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Go in the snow plus MPG, your Subaru Ascent from Don Miller. With standard symmetrical all-wheel drive and 27 MPG highway, the Ascent will get you through in great shape. It's the roomiest Subaru ever. The Ascent has third-row seating and space for 7 or 8 passengers. The 2020 Ascent Premium. Lease from only $319 a month, 36 months, 10,000 miles per year, $19.99 due on signing. No security deposit. Don Miller Subaru, West on Odana or East Side, High Crossing Boulevard, Madison.
Don Miller.
President's Day means more savings at the Brothers Maine President's Day Super Sale. Get in right now for the sale of the season with more savings on more brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana. We've got a lot more satisfaction for you at Maine, like up to 18 months 0% financing and free delivery to make life a little easier. Hey, there's more home satisfaction at the Moore store. The President's Day Super Sale. More selection, more savings, and more satisfaction today at the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
Pills. You crush them. Kind of. Kale. You eat it for breakfast. Sometimes. You go far to eliminate stubborn fat. But sometimes life gets in the way. Cool Sculpting takes you further. A non-surgical treatment that targets, freezes, and eliminates treated fat cells. For good. Discuss Cool Sculpting with your doctor. Some common side effects include temporary numbness, discomfort, and swelling. Don't imagine results. See them. Cool Sculpting. Take yourself further.
Increase your home's livable space with a Champion sunroom custom built to fit your home. Right now, Champion sunrooms are 20% off.
The sunroom has now become our family room, and we live in our sunroom.
Champion sunrooms are made to fit your lifestyle and are backed by our exclusive warranty.
The number of custom options for our sunroom were
endless. Save 20% on a new sunroom your family can enjoy all year long. Book your free in-home consultation online or call 888-930-CHAMPION today.
You call me devious, but you don't understand that all I am is a little mysterious.
So what do you think?
I love it.
Dear Wallet, Toyota President's Day is on. Load up on tech. Load up on style. Load up on fun. And load up on savings. Hurry, get a historic deal before it's history. See you soon, your new Toyota. Right now, get $1,000 TFS cash when you finance a new 2020 RAV4 or lease a new RAV4 for $239 a month. Find yours at buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Millions of people could have problems flying later this year because of an October 1st deadline for so-called Real ID documents at airports. The Real ID Act was passed in the wake of 9/11 after several of the hijackers improperly obtained state IDs. A compliant Real ID will be required starting October 1st to board an aircraft, enter a federal building or a military base. But many states have been slow to implement. Oregon and Oklahoma won't start issuing them until summertime. The U.S. Travel Association says 57% of Americans really don't even know about that October 1st deadline.
80,000 people on the first day could be turned away, about 500,000 in the first week, and $300 million is what that could cost in economic loss.
Now, these Real ID licenses require some extra documentation, forcing some to make multiple trips to the DMV. You will need a valid ID, passport or birth certificate, proof of your social security number and date of birth, plus 2 items proving your state residency.
Consumer Reports is revealing its top car choices of the year. Among the top picks for 2020, the brand new Kia Telluride. The SUV received high marks for reliability, performance, and technology. The list also includes 2 Subarus, 4 Toyotas, the Avalon, Corolla, Prius, and Supra, and that helped Toyota once again land on Consumer Reports' list of top brands. Several other familiar names made the grade, but at the very top is the luxury automaker Porsche.
What is it about Porsche? What are they doing right? So Porsche, look, they make expensive vehicles. They're fun to drive. They actually are reliable.
The price for a Porsche Macan starts at around $51,000. For those looking for a more affordable SUV, a base Telluride runs about $20,000 less.
Well, stay with us. We'll have a final check of your first warn forecast when we return.
It's the Russ Darrow Auto Show Plus event. During this event, we have plussed our new Ram inventory. And you can save over $14,000 off. Plus, get no payments for 90 days. Plus, $500 more for your trade. It's the Auto Show Plus event going on now at Russ Darrow Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram.
Now, we know the Trump strategy. Try to win by attacking, distorting, dividing. Mr. President, it won't work.
Newspapers report Bloomberg is the Democrat Trump fears most. As president, universal health care that lets people keep their coverage if they like it, a record on job creation, a doable plan to combat climate change.
I led a complex, diverse city through 9/11, and I have common sense plans to move America away from chaos to progress.
I'm Mike Bloomberg, and I approve this message.
I wanted my hepatitis C gone.
I put off treating mine.
Epclusa treats all main types of chronic hep C. Whatever your type, Epclusa could be your kind of cure.
I just found out about mine.
I knew for years. Epclusa has a 98% overall cure rate.
I had no symptoms of hepatitis C.
Mine caused liver damage.
Epclusa is only 1 pill, once a day, taken with or without food for 12 weeks. Before starting Epclusa, your doctor will test if you have had hepatitis B, which may flare up and could cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you have had hepatitis B, other liver or kidney problems, HIV or other medical conditions, and all medicines you take, including herbal supplements. Taking amiodarone with Epclusa may cause a serious slowing of your heart rate. Common side effects include headache and tiredness. Ask your doctor today if Epclusa is your kind of cure.
What you see is important to you.
How you see is important to us. We're Shopco Optical. You'll see.
Squeaky, creaky, leaky entry doors from big box stores should be ignored. Scott the window guy does entry doors. He can do yours and so much more.
We do entry doors at scottthewindowguy.com.
For the first time ever, the Ashley Home Stores of Madison are hosting the biggest warehouse liquidation sale ever. And both area locations are packed with deals for this massive 3-day blowout. Hurry in this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only. And shop hundreds of clearance items, floor samples, special purchases, and scratch and dent items while they last. You could save more than 90% off furniture, mattresses, and top brand appliances. Pay just pennies on the dollar for sofas, sectionals, recliners, beds, dining sets, mattresses, washers, dryers, and so much more. Bring your truck or trailer because everything must go. 3 days only at Ashley Home Store.
It's the Russ Darrow Auto Show Plus event. Buy a popular SUV for only $225 per month. We have a Cherokee, plus a Ford Escape, plus a Kia Sorento. It's your choice, and it's just $225 a month. Visit Russ Darrow Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram during our Auto Show Plus event.
Tonight on the CBS Evening News, the jury in the Harvey Weinstein case tells the judge they are deadlocked. Why the judge told them to keep deliberating the movie mogul's fate. Plus, the mother of those missing kids from Idaho is now under arrest in Hawaii, the new twist in the case. And we go on the road to meet a young boy with a huge heart for rescue dogs. That's all tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Nice weekend is on the way.
Yeah, take a look at the sunset. We're getting close to sunset. That's the western sky from the station. We see bright sunshine, red sky at night, sailor's delight, and those temperatures dropping off not nearly as rapidly as they did last night. So we're looking by morning to see temperatures in the lower 20s, and that will set us up for a nice day tomorrow. Partly sunny skies, high temperatures in the lower 40s. Sunday should be nice too, although we'll see a little more cloud cover in the afternoon. Rain and snow Monday, snow mixed with some rain Tuesday, and then some accumulating snow Tuesday night and Wednesday, followed by colder weather at the end of next week, and then a warm up toward the end of next weekend.
Okay, Gary, thank you. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. Stay tuned now for the CBS Evening News.